but here's where the four-wheel driving is going to start for this trip.
You good there? Keep it coming.
That is not 10 and 2.
Previously on Patriot Games, Patriot Campers have arrived in the Victorian High Country. Starting the ascent toward Craig's hut, Justin and his family get a taste of what's to come, with the water crossings and tracks that make the High Country one of Australia's bucket list destinations. Less than a few hours' drive from Melbourne, the diverse and sometimes harsh environment is one of those places where you can genuinely feel the spirit of Australian stockmen whistling through the bush and echoing mountain range to mountain range. Continuing on their course, the Patriot Campers crew are on their way to Lovick's hut. This hut is particularly special as it's named after one of the oldest horseman families in the area. Lovick's hut is one of the original mountain cattlemen's huts, built in 1960 by Jack Lovick and used for many years by the Lovick family as a base for horse trail rides. This is one of Justin's must-do stops.
We've just arrived at Lovick's hut. This is the hut that I really wanted to see. I don't know, it's not the most famous, but you've heard me talking about it throughout the episode. I've been listening to the podcast, Spotify and the stories from that Charlie Lovick on the way down here. So the stories that he tells about this hut and about, you know, him growing up in this hut and with his old man, and then, you know, obviously moving into having his kids and all the rest of it, what this hut means to that family. Kind of get some sort of, I don't know, a little bit of a resonance with it, I suppose, you know, and you picture it a certain way. And seeing it, it's exactly how I pictured it, exactly kind of how the description was of the hut and the country. But driving down, all those stories that I was hearing, they really start to resonate, and the pictures are now coming in. I've actually been here. A little bit unfortunate. The plan was to camp here tonight. That's what I really wanted to do, but you can see there's an event going on at the moment, some trail rides. I think there's a running, hut-to-hut running race or something going on up here during the week. So there's too many people here, we're not going to camp here, so we're going to go inside. We're going to go take a look around. Oh, okay, this is definitely my favourite hut. How old's this one? When was the last time this one was burnt?
This one rebuilt.
Yeah, how long ago?
They pulled it down just before the 06 fires.
Okay.
And rebuilt, so it's only probably about 08.
Yeah.
So they rebuilt it, yeah. So
12, 14 years.
Same footprint.
Same footprint, is it?
Same footprint,
so,
but
different layout.
Used to have bunk beds in it.
That's epic.
That's correct. That's a first, you know, that's when we get on the wagon, he says, go and get a chase of rum,
yep.
100 pound, that's when we all rush out.
Look at the resemblance. That's him, the man from Snowy River. There's Kirk Douglas. Yeah. There he is there. Oh, so you're the OG. You've been playing it down a little bit.
The Charlie, obviously, he was master of horses and that, he was obviously very involved in it.
Yep.
Actually, can I go
this is what the hut's were for. This is this hut. So you can imagine how many lives these huts would have saved for people that have got injured or damaged or lost, or I don't know what. I don't know why I'm telling the story.
Riding the high country on horseback is one of the purest and most historic ways to experience this iconic destination. And Bruce is one of a few trail guides that spends his days sharing Australia's unique history.
We've been doing this for 30 odd years more with the rides, so yeah, it's been good to show a lot of people around the country.
Make good living.
Yeah, it's sort of...
Make a good living, dude.
Whether that's a COVID thing and people are starting to think, maybe I'll see Australia a bit more than going overseas. And just a few people come up on the rides just in the last 18 months or more, and they didn't know this existed, and they go to Italy for holidays. And Italy's more, I've never been there, but probably fine. But they've suddenly realised.
He's born there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, as far as work, I don't think it's work. It's very hard to say it's work when you've got to pack the esky to go to work.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, you're working, mate. You're working.
Yeah, I'll finish
Well, we're
off
going to get
there.
down the mountain so I can start working.
Good to see you.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for your time. Thanks, mate. How's that view out to the right?
That view to the right is stunning.
It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
I don't know how it can get better. Oh, maybe in a camp chair with a beer in the hand, that probably would make it even a little bit better.
No, I totally disagree. And this is the upside of rolling into campsite at night, and it happens every time. You get to experience the best part of the day and the way that the whole country changes when the light starts setting. You know, all the shadows coming over, all the colours go different. This is the best time of the day to be in a four-wheel drive. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah, I actually have to agree with that. It continuously changes. Even going around a corner of the hill changes the total view.
What do you reckon, kiddos? Was that like old man stuff, or you guys feel the same way?
Yeah, hearing that, it's like, yeah, I'm not quite at that age to really like get what you're saying, but the views are definitely nice. I just really like being behind the wheel of cars and driving. I can drive from sunrise over to sunset and not care. I would much rather be behind the wheel than in a camping chair.
I don't know where you get that from. Where do you reckon you get that from?
Hey Mimi, would you prefer to be in a camp chair or four-wheel driving?
Look, this is actually really pretty and really easy track, so I'm kind of loving being up here right now.
Think you're going to go out four-wheel driving all the time? I guess you'd never four-wheel drive though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, don't have a four-wheel drive to go four-wheel driving yet.
Tell us you can get a Commodore up here.
Daddy said you can get your Commodore up here.
Oh yeah, easy.
A VS Ocomi.
Red VNSS 5-speed, 5 litre, with a 4-poster on the front of it, girl, and 2 big GME whips. Actually, 1 Bundy rum and 1 GME. That's got you written all over it.
What about like a GQ? Nah, mate, a GQ, a patrol wagon. That's where it's at.
You ever say that again about your sister, and I will slap you.
It's a good car.
It's not a good car for anyone.
Wasn't even a good car when Bob Dog had one, brand new.
Correct. Notice that's the one and only one that I've ever owned.
Oh, the blue one. The blue one was the Maverick. I'm thinking about the white one, but that was a Pajero. Oh, I just said that on YouTube, Dad. Yes, that's right, everybody. Rob bought a Pajero. He actually bought 2.
The truth be known, I've actually owned 3 Pajeros. The first one was probably my favourite, best ever four-wheel drive car I've ever owned. I'm so proud of it.
Liar!
You are wrong. Liar.
True story. I bought it second hand. It was a 4-cylinder. I put big tyres on it, and it's probably been the best beach car we've ever owned. And that was the car that all you kids learned to drive in.
Dad, Broadbeach, going for coffee in Broadbeach does not count as beach driving.
In those days, you could actually go on the beach.
Good about, you know what's good about a Pajero? Selling it, Dad.
It's been a particularly wet season, and some of the washed out tracks aren't to be underestimated. The crew approach a crossing with a couple of gnarly ruts, and no doubt Rob's starting to feel a little anxious.
Which way?
Driver. Together. come in and turn passenger. Yep, sure. Alright, then I'll pay the bit. Yep, good. A bit of a driver. Perfect.
Didn't even tap it.
Didn't even tap it. Patriot, baby, Patriot. A little bit of fun.
Beautiful eye choice, mate. Oh, absolutely stunning. A little bit of driver. Lovely work, mate. Passenger. Get on those locks. Passenger. Yep, straighten up. Straighten up. That's it, mate. Good line. Yep. Good line. Stay straight. Yep, good line. Perfect. Okay, yeah, passenger, where you going? Not too much. Straighten up. Nice and slow, that. You good there? Heavy coming. Side step's gone. That's right. You need some of them anyway.
Don't worry, Rob Dog. It's just plastics, mate.
Oh, funny.
It's only plastic.
Is it?
Yeah, it's only plastic. It's not a mate, it's just a side step, that.
Get you every single time. Always so contagious. Always have me wasted
He's just standing right in the middle of the track though. Like, he doesn't know where the light's coming from. He's trying to suss out what's going on. Like, he's looking the other way and he's like looking around like nuts. Like, doesn't, you know, deer in the headlights? That's exactly what's going on right now. Mia, get up here, darling. Run up here. You'll see him. Quickly. How sick's that?
He's so confused.
He doesn't know what the hell's going on, eh? He's a big boy too, eh?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Beautiful looking deer. He's obviously never been shot at. That was cool, huh?
Very
All
cool.
right, let's keep
so
moving.
good.
Wait, this is so rad. Dude, we're still like, we're just following a deer. He's just leading us up the track. There he goes. He just took off to the left. That is so cool.
Everyone's got an opinion on how to kit out a touring vehicle or a camper trailer. And Justin's asked all the time about the gear he brings on a trip like this.
Morning. We ended up getting to camp at like 10 or 11 o'clock last night. So we're still on the King Billy track, but we're right at the end of the King Billy track right now. We're going to head off onto the Zeka Spur Track. Now, Zeka Spur is, depending on weather, it can be quite challenging, or it might be graded. We're not really sure. We haven't ran into any of the locals, so we'll kind of see what we get. We're going to make our way down past Wonnangatta Station, and then we're heading down towards one of the rivers, which we're going to get into some really, really hardcore stuff down in there. I'll get a lot of comments about the gear that we take, so I might take this opportunity to give you a really quick run through. I'll be honest with you, I'm loving having a tub on one of these trips. We've kind of gone this year away from the big builds. Still got the black truck at home, still going to see him later on in the season, I can promise you that, the Jeep and all the rest of it. But driving a standard truck, the reliability on trips like this, you just don't have to worry about it. You know, the Tj&mac is the biggest build that we've got here, and as a tourer, that's a really well set up touring rig, which maybe later on in the episode I'll get Ashton to run you through that. Some of the gear that I carry and the way that I set up, everything for me has a place. If it doesn't have a place in the truck, in the car, in the camper trailer, it doesn't come. My whole interior is clean. I don't let bags and junk on my back seats and all the rest of it. We've got camera crew jumping in and out, but I just like knowing where everything is. A couple of essential items that I've got. Sarah's paddleboard, that's a very essential item. Underneath there, I've got a full-size spare. I've got a Pecor 3-ton floor jack in the bottom. With these big trucks and even doing some big repairs that you've seen on Patriot Games, it can be pretty full on. We always carry one of them. I've got the Ram cargo divider in there, which works perfectly. Underneath here, this is my speed toolkit, my Robbie Gordon toolkit. This has every single tool. We actually use this as the toolkit for the trophy truck and the 10 car. That has everything with it, that goes everywhere with me. All of my power tools are inside this canvas bag here. So I've got a full set of power tools in there. I bought the petrol chainsaw for this trip, just because it's got a bit more nuts, and I saw some of the logs there, but I've still got my electric on board, I'll show you in a sec. This bag here is full of spare parts. I have awning hinge knuckles, I have spare bearings for everything, I have wheel studs, I have fuses, I've got everything in there that might turn into a problem. Generator I brought for this trip, obviously we're nowhere near any campgrounds, any campsites. If we need power, someone ends up leaving an inverter on, something like that, we can charge. Another thing I always carry with me is I take the inverter, and I also carry a 30 amp battery charger with me. Twice that's gotten me out of the to be honest with you. I've strapped the generator. I've ratchet strapped it onto the roof rack of 2 different cars, including the black truck, and ran it straight to the battery charger when I've done an alternator, and that's gotten me back into town. So that always comes everywhere with me. 20 litres of water, always carry spare water with me, and then I've got 20 litres of diesel just as a backup in the back there. Dude, I don't know how you can travel without this anymore. Rambox, it has just been epic. Fishing kit I've got in here. These are my backup drives for all the content that we're shooting for you guys. Camera crew will carry one box with them. I'll carry one box with me at all times. So if anything happens, we lose a car, a fire, whatever, we can still bring you guys the show. Bit of power there. Defib, I carry that with me now everywhere. I've heard some stories about situations that they need to be used. Let's see if I'm actually lying or not, because this is completely... Alright, so there's a little bit of stuff in there. I've got my jacket, Sarah's little backpack, but that's about it. I always keep the back seats of every car clear. So in this side, blower. I keep the blower for blowing out the inside of the tent, and obviously starting fires in the morning. I just use the blower really quietly, just flare up the coals, put a little bit more timber on top, gets the fire going straight away. All of my recovery gear is living in the back, nice and handy here. Electric chainsaw, some CRCs, 2-stroke fuel in there. The Ram box for me on this trip in particular, I typically always travel with a canopy. I've got a soft tonneau as well, so this just folds all the way over, all the way back, close it. Still leaks dust, but keeps everything out of the weather. So that's a bit of a run through what's sitting in the back of my Ram, some of the gear that I carry. Only other modifications I'll say that I will make to the 2500, and especially because my spares up in here, I've got a 35-inch spare which doesn't fit in the factory position, so I've got this massive space underneath the truck. I'm going to put a long-range fuel tank. That's probably the only thing left to do to it, and this truck's done.
So while Juzzy's loading up the Ram, I've just I whipped out the air filter out of his car and out of the MUX as well, and because we've been driving down a lot of dusty roads and we've had to keep pretty close proximity so we don't lose each other, these things have gotten filled with dust, and you definitely do not want to choke out your engine. It's one of just the dumbest things that can unfortunately happen to people. And as you can see, like, this thing is definitely caked up with some things here and there, and it's definitely not the most tidy filter that I've seen. But because I've got a air compressor in the canopy with an air tank, I can run an air gun, so I can just blow it out and make sure that the cars are running as good as they can. And then other thing that we tend to check every day is talking up the little hug nuts. We've been going over some very bumpy tracks and we are loaded up quite heavy. It's a good idea to torque them up so you don't shear a raw stud.
The Zeka Spur Track is one of the narrowest tracks in the high country for towing. The views are epic, but the trail ain't for the faint of heart. It's all switchbacks and tight tracks. But that's why you tow a Patriot, right?
How's everyone feeling this morning after that late camp last night?
Yeah, mate, feeling good. Like, that's not really out of the norm. So yeah, just cracking on.
You have a good sleep, Rob?
Had a great sleep actually, we both did.
What about you, big dog?
Oh, mate, the X2 is just perfect. They're just like my 2 clips are just banging up and jump in bed. Amazing.
And you had a little hot water bottle with you last night.
Yeah, like my mate jumped in with me.
What'd you think of the X2, darling?
It was so comfy.
What'd you think with 2 people in it, guys?
It was actually, I feel like we had a lot of room.
Well, you would have, because you're 5'1".
5'2" on a good day, thank you very much.
Oh, you'll pick you up now.
Right, so crew, the plan for today is we want to get down to Wonnangatta station first up this morning. So I think we're going to push on. First up, we've got 26k to get there. I reckon we're probably going to average 15-ish. So let's call it 2 hours. We'll get down there and then we're going to push on from there and find a campsite down at Crooked River tonight. That's the plan. We'll just have to see how we go. Boy, this one's super tight, eh? This is the first one I've had to back the ram up and it's all like really on camber, and this one's a bit wild.
You got it, mate. Get in there.
Don't jackknife, mate. Can you imagine? Well, no, I was going to say something really dumb.
Looks like it's working well today.
Yeah, dude, rocket. Patriot, baby. That's what Patriot's all. That is exactly what Patriot's all about, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that with anything else. You can't do that. Well, we are close on the edge too. We are real close on the edge, and I'm trying to avoid the timber. But like, seriously, this is what the whole thing was always meant to be about. Take the camper everywhere.
Yeah.
If we had like a conventional rear fold or forward fold,
You'd have no chance.
Well, obviously the ram doesn't help. You'd have no chance.
No, would be sleeping in the car.
You imagine trying to disconnect the trailer and get around stuff like that?
No, oh my gosh.
Patriot life. This is what Patriot life is all about. These switchbacks are wild.
Yeah, they're tight.
Yeah, these switchbacks are getting a bit gnarly now, eh? You love this stuff, oh?
I like the Patriot Games trip where there's no chance of death, but you know, that never happens.
I like the death bit.
I know you do.
I enjoy that. Oh look, I can see the cameraman. Here's a tip for everybody that comes to the high country. You don't want to go down there.
No.
If you come to Zeka Spur, over that side, that's where you don't want to be.
No.
I'll give you the best four-wheel driving tip you'll ever get in your life. Stay closer to the banks.
Yeah, and bring a 2,500 round.
Why not? Does it make it interesting, babe? Fresh this morning.
Do I?
You actually look very, you know why you look so fresh?
Why?
Why don't you tell everybody what today is?
It's our wedding anniversary.
Oh, that's adorable.
So cute.
It's adorable, and we get to spend it in the high country. It feels like every big event for us, we're always somewhere.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
We've been married 19 years and together 28.
So if you didn't know, we were together since we were
Babies.
like babies, like proper babies. And we had babies when we were babies.
We did, we did.
Would you rather be spending it with other people?
With other people?
Yeah.
No.
We got everything we
Perfect
need.
crew, yeah.
Got everything we need right here.
It's absolutely perfect.
My wife, my kids, my truck, in one of Australia's most iconic four-wheel driving destinations.
Look at that.
No better way to spend a wedding anniversary, guys. Get out here, do this stuff with your partner.
I wouldn't change anything.
No, wouldn't change this for the world.
Congratulations, guys. You're not wrong. As the convoy continue on, the Zeka Spur Track gets tougher and more technical, putting the skills of every driver to the test.
Starting to get a bit steeper now, eh?
Yep, it definitely is.
A little bit of slidey boy.
Oh boy.
This is really loose, guys. Watch your brake controllers.
Copy that. I've been tuning mine all perfectly.
Oh, she's loose.
Trying
I'm not trying to try that.
that. Okay, don't. No. Ashton, drive with your hands. I'm not kidding. Ashton! I'm not kidding. You need to use your hands when you're driving a car.
Hands at 10 and 2.
Hands 10 and 2. That is not 10 and 2.
Call there, Christian.
That is not 10 and 2.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What about you, Ash? You using your call?
Let's see. I think the crawl is just a little bit on my too faster for a hill like this.
A bit loose.
Safety first.
A bit of an update. We're stopping. We're gonna have lunch on the track. Yesterday we ended up having lunch at like 4 o'clock or something in the afternoon, and we're just not doing that again. So we're not far. We're under 10k out of the station that we're trying to get to. Hey, little girl.
Hello.
Can you come around to help me make lunch?
Yep.
Are you gonna drive the rest of this track or not?
Some of it.
Oh, you want to have a crack?
I'll do some of it.
Okay, awesome. I'll give you a little bit of a drive. So we'll get into the station, and then at the station we might just regroup there, have a look around, see what's there, and then we're going to try and get into Crooked River tonight. I don't know whether we're going to make it down there. You reckon we'll make it?
I think we can.
Depends on the conditions, and it's just the unknown for us because we just don't know the area. You know, some of the tracks you can kind of average like 40k an hour. What we've been doing since yesterday afternoon and this morning, we're doing like 10, 12, 15k an hour. So it's quite slow going, eh? You can't really predict it without being out here.
Nope.
Let's get everybody fed so nobody gets hungry, because nobody likes me hungry.
No.
Yeah? Are you hungry? What do you think we're going to have for lunch today?
I don't know.
I would almost put money on it that your mum's going to make wraps.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
I reckon.
Okay, we're going to have some wraps and we'll get down the track.
Patriot Games Season 7 is underway, and to celebrate a new season and the launch of the Patriot Campers Gen 2 range, we're giving you the chance to win this Next Gen Explorer package valued at over $175,000, featuring an all-new camper trailer from Patriot Campers. Designed to conquer any terrain, this lightweight off-road camper trailer is packed with intelligent features that will take your off-the-grid adventures to a whole new level. So you can get off the beaten track and explore Australia like never before. Towing your camper trailer will be an all-new Isuzu D-Max with a 3-litre turbo diesel engine and 3.5-tonne towing capacity. Fully kitted out for a Patriot Games adventure using the gear we know and trust. Giving it more carrying capacity with a Norwell tray and canopy, a complete electronic suite from Red Arc, more connection with an XRS radio platform from GME, and a serious power upgrade with a Torqued exhaust. Wrapping the D-Max in bar work from Off-Road Animal, a set of P-Core signature wheels, and a 2-inch lift from Superior Engineering. Rigged out with recovery gear from Max Tracks, and a fully equipped kitchen with a Dometic fridge and cookware, plus loads of camping gear and accessories. Enter online for free at patriotgames.tv, or gain additional entries by purchasing any camping gear or apparel from Patriot Supply when you use the promo code SEASON7 at checkout. Enter today at patriotgames.tv. As the dusk looms, the crew make their way to Wonnangatta Station through some truly epic scenery. And Rob and Belinda can't help but take it all in.
Look at this.
I know, it's so diverse. I can't believe it.
I didn't expect to see this on top of the mountain, eh?
So, rolling plains, rolling hills.
I just love this change.
Yeah. Well, you don't expect to see that.
No. It's got me by surprise. And a little creek running through it.
How pretty is that?
Really gone like that much done, have we?
No, we haven't gotten far, but
Yeah.
as long as we make it to our destination tonight,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
It's just been very, very slow going. We probably had to do about 50, 60 Ks today, and we're about halfway done, and it's 5 o'clock in the hour.
The landscape seems to change at every turn, and while it's slow going, no one seems to mind when you've got scenery like this.
Boy, this is man from Snowy River stuff right here, right?
You know what I expected? I heard a wild brumbies coming through.
Oh, wouldn't that just make you trip? Like, can you imagine seeing the Brumbies running through here? The Stallion and the Colt and Bess. Imagine Bess was running, is it Bess or Tess? What was his horse's name?
You've been watching that movie too much now.
Yeah, it's epic. I want to be a cattleman. Wonnangatta Station Hut. The area here is spectacular. Like, this is like nothing we've seen so far. You've got rivers and streams flowing all through this valley, flat plains, high grass. It is just epic. You're waiting for like just a herd of Brumbies to come running through it. So really spectacular spot. Real quick stop here. The day's getting away from us again. Whatever. The scenery is spectacular. Love a quick look around. We'll keep moving.
Yeah, oh my Lord, watch me sway. Darkness falls and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river, down to the river. Oh, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, oh, far beneath. Oh, oh, fire and water me, going down deep. Say, oh, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, oh, far beneath. Oh, oh, fire and water me, watching me clean. Can't see.
The High Country just keeps putting on a show. But that's when things go absolutely pear-shaped.
Hey Dad, are you on channel?
I'm reversing back down the hill. Christian's just got me on the radio. He just heard a massive big bang going up this real rocky bit up here, and he's got no four-wheel drive, so I'm doing a bit of a reverse job down, this on the side, and it definitely does not sound good. He might have just blown a CV or something. Did you actually hit something? Is that the bang you heard? Because I can see in my rear view, you have a massive rock underneath the front of your car, dude.
My guess would probably be...
You don't normally do CVs if both wheels are on the ground, but I guess we're just gonna have to see.
Where we at? What happened? Yeah, no, that's not good. That's not good. What is that, CV Grace? What is it? Dude, that thing's massive. You've landed straight on top of it, mate. Look at that. That's what you landed on, Russ. And that. Yeah. That's not CV Grace, mate. What is that? How fast were you going over that bump?
Oh, not too fast, but obviously fast enough to do that. There is a little hole in the diff here.
You smashed straight through that bash plate and into the housing.
Right. And we don't have any extra oil, nor will it hold it.
Yep.
What's this mean?
He's in two-wheel drive.
Next time on Patriot Games.
You smashed straight through that bush plate. Oh shit. Well, Yanni, are you looking at what I'm looking at, dude?
I don't think we really have a choice. I think it's switch time, mate.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, this stuff is talcum powder, guys. I don't know how we're going to tow up it.
Can we please stop around?
This has gone bad, eh? It's gone bad in so many different ways. I'm worried about that winch anyway.
Horrible, dude, and the winch is making the worst noises you have ever heard.